So, in this video we're going to talk about the update I just received about the M1 multi-tool that's going to be the new Flipper Zero. So, I guess we should definitely take a watch at the actual video they released here. And I will play this video and I think I'm going to comment on it just the way through. So let's see what's going on.
It was only a matter of time that the imagination of tech geeks, the exploration of hackers, and the creations at Maker Labs would come together to give birth to something new.
Okay, so let's just talk about this. They said right there, like, something new. I would say that this is of the both worlds, like new in a sense. This is a new device and probably upgraded with better hardware and probably a different build quality, and comparing it to the obvious Flipper Zero, right? So yes, it's new, but new in the other part, new software, new features. Well, we will see some new things, but will it be the same as Flipper Zero? Will it be open source? It will be open source. They will share the repos on GitHub and it will be written in C code, so people can modify the firmware, and it will also be able to support 5 GHz. So I would say definitely something to think about.
Meet the M1, your all-in-one tech companion. A monster tool in compact form. Imagine a world where you no longer need to fumble around with multiple remotes. With the M1's infrared capabilities, all your remotes are under one universal controller, preloaded with a library of commonly used remote commands, functions like volume adjustment or temperature control.
Okay, so, we're seeing features like this young guy here, turning on and off things like the air conditioner, probably also the TV, let's see.
Are always at your fingertips.
Yeah, so also turning on the TV. I would say these kind of things are commonly, known for smartphones to have, and even the Flipper Zero can probably do it, but doesn't change anything, So I would say having a one tool that have it all instead of you need 5 different tools to do the things, is of course a things to favorize. So I would definitely say that yes, that's great.
Read and store NFC cards and tags. Scan and clone RFID cards and fobs. Analyze signals, open gates, doors, and boom barriers.
Alright, so we're seeing once more, we are cloning cards and emulating them, and we can probably open doors, hotel doors, car doors, car park doors, whatever they're called. All the kind of things you also see in Flipper Zero, but I still want to say that even though the people say Flipper Zero all the time, I want to say the M1 unit is just, probably better in many ways.
Featuring onboard Wi-Fi. Also, deploy your own payloads and scripts. That's a bad USB.
Alright, so we also have something new here. We have, it got Wi-Fi directly on it, supporting 2.4 GHz. And the actual unit can also support 5 GHz, which is really nice. So let's see what's more.
Use GPIO pins to interface with hardware. Transfer data seamlessly between...
So they talk about the GPIO pins, which can be used to create extension modules, for example. And that could also be an extension antenna for 5 GHz, which is supported by the MCU in the M1, which is perfect, right?
Between your M1 and computer. Interact with devices and even extend functions with modules.
Alright, so they're showing different kind of modules already you can extend it with. I'm not really sure what it was, but it looks like a camera in some way. Not sure what that is for, but I would definitely like to see more. The interface itself looks a lot cleaner, and it reminds me of a joypad for Nintendo or something. I would say it's a bit more polished than the Flipper Zero, which kind of touches me in a different way, because I feel the Flipper Zero is just a bit ancient to look at, but it's still nice. I don't have one, but if you want to help me get a Flipper Zero, please watch my commercials. Maybe if you want to donate some money for me, it's gonna be, you know, I have a link below. There's a possible way for you to make a donation for my PayPal. Some of the money that I actually got from my YouTube channel is used to make this pledge for this unit. So one more time, a big thank you for you guys, you know, for watching my videos and supporting me all the way. I'm doing everything I can with the amount of resources I have, but it's difficult for me to spend, you know, a lot of money because I also pay bills. But definitely, you know, I'm gonna do what I can.
M1 by MonstaTek. It's a tool for today, built for tomorrow.
Alright, so I guess, you know, ending up, you know, before we start the video, I'm gonna go through the different kind of comment section and the other part of the video where I will check out what the creators said about the unit itself. Now, we all think about the same question. Will this actually beat the Flipper Zero, or will this Flipper Zero still be superior in some way? Well, I think the question can be answered right now. This will not be the new Flipper Zero, but it will be the new thing that can do almost the same thing as a Flipper Zero. Alright, so as I also mentioned in the thumbnail, there's an update, and the update is right here. I got it the 21st of February, is that yesterday? And I figured, well, I'm gonna create a video about this. So it's from Olavo Toledo, or however that is pronounced. It's a collaborator, and he's thanking all of us for all our support. They reached halfway the mark of their campaign, and they're truly moved by the incredible support. So instead of adding a stretch goal, they are offering a stretch gift. All backers who pledged for rewards will receive a protective silicone case for the M1. Alright, so they're actually so happy with all the support we gave that they're gonna give us an extra gift. So I figure, well, when I get this device, you know, I'll be really happy. I will create so many good videos for you guys to see what's going on and so on. And I want to ask, and this is just this device I bought with money that you guys earned me for watching my videos. So I want to say big thank you one more time for actually watching my videos and watching those commercials, even though I get like a quarter of a cent or something like that, incredibly small amount of USD per view. I'm still really grateful that you're actually watching my videos and you're actually taking into the consideration that the commercials are needed for me to earn some money. If so, that you wanna, you know, donate some extra amount to me or give me a head start for my new project, is to get an actual Flipper Zero, because I do want a Flipper Zero, but I don't have the money to buy it. So I'm also needing a new microphone at some point, but that is not really the most important part, because I figured, well, I think the sound is okay, but I need some more gadgets. I'm also buying some more gadgets, and I just recently got myself a crazy radio, which is a small board, as you can see right here. I don't know if it's difficult to see, and a small antenna, which I'm gonna create a mouse jacking piece. So stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see me create a mouse jacker, so we can hijack wireless mouse and keyboards for computers. Now I also bought other stuff, but I'm gonna not show too much because that's gonna be another video. So getting back to actually reading some of the comments here of the update of the multi-tool, they will talk about what this can do. So there's 380 comments. Now I'm really interested in this because I want to know what are the creators saying. So they say, I second that. FMRXTX would be awesome. A truly unique feature. And they are actually saying it's a very interesting idea, and they start looking into it. So they're taking feedback from the viewers. They also ask about if the M1 will be able to do packet capture and inject them. Now they do talk about this is a legal thing, and the official firmware does not support packet capture. The official firmware, right? So that basically means that, at some point, and this is gonna be a new device. We know as soon as they release, or maybe it's even possible just from the start to burn direct down on it, well, people will develop their own firmware, or maybe if this firmware is open source, I think it will be, well, then they will mod it in some way to make it even more awesome. And that will create custom firmware, and that is really what this is all about. People also report that custom firmware for Flipper Zero is the way to go. Scrolling further down, and the M1 will come preloaded with many of the most commonly used remote codes. So that really means that we will have many different kind of codes we can send. Let's say remote codes. I think they probably mean infrared and maybe some radio signals for something. We never know. I would love to see support for things your competitors don't do, like UFH RFID with an external antenna. Otherwise, this is a glorified Flipper Zero without a pen techno dolphin. Alright, so we have a guy here saying, well, we would like some extra features that makes this device unique to the Flipper Zero, because this guy here called Damien have an opinion that we don't need a new Flipper Zero, and I kind of disagree with that point, because we do need competition in this area. We do need people creating new devices to put pressure on to make other people, able to buy it because it's cheaper. So it's some key features that difference. The M1 is a large 1.54 display, high performance line MCU, hardware side security features for storage data, top tier sub 1 GHz transceiver, fast charging and onboard Wi-Fi. For more detailed information, please visit. So they have a blog on hackerday.io. We can go ahead and visit that. If it's, well, while it loads, let's just go ahead and continue. They'll say, see my reply to the exact comment on the post, copy pasting cookie, cut an answer to a question I don't even ask, doesn't instill, blah blah blah. So yeah, this guy probably have some idea, about, he wants some sort of answer, and they do answer that. I wouldn't necessarily say that is a bad thing. The project seems sus. So that is another way of them saying that, there are always people who suspect that this is a suspicious act, This is what sus mean. Who's actually the developer of such as Barebone, the company means blah blah blah. Yeah, so he attacks it, and their response is, thank you for your input, we appreciate your support in your project. It's it's uncommon to incorporate, it's not uncommon to incorporate in Delaware. Delaware has attractive tax filling requirements for corporations, and this kind of address is a registered address that can be verified by the state of Delaware. And I'm pretty sure that all of this is, true. I have no idea about, United States and how things are. Is that Detroit? I don't know. It's a landing page they refer to, and the landing page is just, a page that, it's a standalone web page created for some marketing and advertising campaigns. I would fully agree that this is the thing, and I would say this guy definitely should, well, it's a super bagger. I'm not really sure what this means. A super bagger is someone that has supported many different kind of projects. Clear white would be perfect. So many different kind of, some key features that they do have a copy paste response to some of the normal questions. I would say it's very normal to see people, question everything, and it's good that people question things, because that is the way that we get the quality that we need. So, and there's a guy here one more time, this Stamen guy, and he probably have a problem with it. Maybe he shouldn't buy it. So we have some other interesting things. You know, it's a long. Please visit our Facebook. So do we have a Facebook? Also, let's go ahead and no, I'm not gonna open Facebook. I'm gonna be a private one. So have I joined the hardware revolution? Discover. What is all this? Never seen this kind of page before. Okay, this is a big page, many different kind of things. So this is a hardware thing. So I'm not really gonna go ahead and check this out any further because it's gonna be too big for this video. And unfortunately, this module would like to include this feature. So it's possible to have a setting to rotate the screen for us left-handed people. Okay, so I would say live with it. In all honesty, all shipping will start at the end of July. Include shipping to Southeast Asia. We expect shipping cost to be $30. Please note that units will be shipped DDU, delivery duty unpaid. Not sure what that means. Yes, we are planning to create expansion modules in the future. So they are planning. That's very interesting. So because the Flipper Zero do have these add-on expansion modules, and I kind of always figured that the Flipper Zero unit itself should definitely just stand alone as it is. I never really saw it as a thing you add on, but yeah. So we also have a person here that cancelled their pledge. Okay, I see. Indeed, the creator, fantastic idea of what? Not really sure. And there is a direct link to this Hacker Day where the multi-tool is actually, so there we have it. That is an actual, you know, so that's the two guys. They are Lavo and Ryan having a celebration the halfway, and this is some diagrams, schematics and stuff of all this. So there are some pretty good, you know, it's a little page, you know. I'm pretty sure they have a lot of things to do, in all honesty. I'm kind of, you know, hyped about all this. What is this? So the GitHub repo will be made public after coming in. That is correct. State of the campaign, GitHub repository will be made public in time with our first shipments. So basically means open source, and we can begin to see, you know, custom made firmware for the M1 unit, which will be, you know, the first step to be, you know, competing with the Flipper Zero. And since this is probably more powerful and got some more hardware in it, you know, we can probably see this unit, you know, in the future probably beat Flipper Zero. But I think many people just, you know, lock themselves on the fact that, you know, Flipper Zero is the unit and there's only one unit there, and very difficult to replace something that works. I understand that fact, and basically I want to say, well, either you go down the road or you don't. But as a security specialist, I would definitely say that, you know, this is worth, you know, going to and definitely trying it out. So there's gonna be a campaign. Okay, that's great. Okay, so hola. I just don't understand Spanish. I'm sorry, but they definitely know how to discuss it. Just load more. Okay, so we have a lot of more comments. Any more interesting comments would be red, white, you know. What is that? So will there be a way to plug in an external antenna to boost the Wi-Fi range? Okay, so the M1 does not support the iButton feature. Yes, you are correct. That is an old technology. While it's possible that antenna can be attached via GPIO pins to increase range, we're currently not working on this that time. We'll keep in mind for the future. So I love the idea that so many people are backing this project and giving ideas to make this unit even better. And we should definitely remember right now, this is just, you know, it's just started, right? Give it a chance. You know, it's gonna be great. You know, it can be better than Flipper Zero at the end of it. Don't give Flipper Zero all the benefits of just I know it works, but so the firmware is written in C and the program can be performed through USB-C connection. Great, so that's really easy. So got some frequency ranges right here talked about. Great. I want to just keep in mind that this is not a one-to-everything tool. This is a tool for things, and most of them can be used for annoyance. Can you explain the pet tag if already read RFID? Why would there need to be a stretch goal for it unless a software-based actually read blah blah blah? So the manufacturer of the device needs to be pretty sure that the feature works. This includes testing. Just because a device can read the RFID tags, cards and tags doesn't mean that we say it works 100% for pet tags. So okay, so yeah, we have 2 cats, and sometimes I actually figured, well, is there a way for me to read the actual pet tag to maybe create some units to read it? And maybe this is yeah, it could be. So it's compatible with Flipper Zero software, so we have a fan here, although the functionality similarities. Our device is not based on the Flipper Zero platform. Our key components are completely different. The M1 is not compatible with Flipper Zero firmware, so great. Fairly great question here, but it's in all the pictures shown on the screen, not the ones in post. Even looks like the LCD panel is set quite some distance away from the surface. All protectors will allow you to see blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, so there will be no gap in the production, so it's a question about quality as I read it. So they are fixing that in the future, which is really nice. So let's see. You say Wi-Fi in the project, sure this feature will work okay. We wanted to clarify this is for all our backers. We apologize if it's not completely clear from the graphics. January to February in the period we have designated for the final phase of development. We're currently on track with the process. The mass production phase will start in June. This is clearly shown in our roadmap. I hope this helps clarify. There will definitely be onboard Wi-Fi modules to support 2.4 GHz. This will probably set some people off saying that 2.4 GHz is dead and you only use 5 GHz these days, and I would say that is wrong. I see mostly 2.4 GHz in all honesty. So yeah, it's okay. It would be cool to see 5 GHz add-on at some point, which probably will be so it's like one here, thank you, but now it is clear to me what is about the comparison to Flipper. They still talk about it. Would it be possible to have stretch goal for solar charge case? Solar charge. Yeah, maybe that is a bit too weird. Yeah, so our MCU, the whatever, can support 5 GHz Wi-Fi, unlike the other one which only supported before. However, we are not having any plans for 5 GHz Wi-Fi at the moment. So they do say that their MCU do support 5 GHz Wi-Fi, so we see that as an extension in the future. So we can probably see into the future having an M1 unit with 5 GHz Wi-Fi extension at some point, like in the same kind of way, maybe through this what is it, like DPIO or GPI, whatever they called it. So that could be customized to actually work up with the 5 GHz capabilities. So talk about some features. Possible to add cases to this device. Yeah, so they are key cards. So it's a designing silicon case. So that is already done. We're getting that. Your people backing this, I pledged $1 just to be able to comment. This is a Flipper Zero rip-off in a custom case. which is likely fine legally. Flickr is completely open source. Okay. But this guy is attacking it one more time, you know, and there are always these kind of people. So so they basically reply back that, you know, I would say these kind of comments are probably more bad and should not be replied back to, but they decided to do it anyways. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, I don't know, I'm not gonna comment on this, but there are some things he has said and they are replying to it, and always gonna be some haters and some people not liking the project. I want to say, please, you know, if you don't like the project, definitely should, you know, go ahead and do something different. Yes. So I think I'm gonna end the comment for now and go back to the top, you know, and see we have 7,390 baggers, and let me just see, do I read this correctly? So we have, this is the $876 and $1,036, and it seems like that they reached the goal. I really, you know, so okay, I think I'm gonna, you know, quickly end off this video by saying, you know, the M1 unit, you know, I really look forward to it, and you know, this is gonna be as much as an update as I can give you in this video. So basically I want to say, if you like this video, you know, and you like this kind of content, definitely should go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because I will in the near future create some more content where I reveal new things, also some things that I do and create myself. So I want to say have a really nice day and see you again online.